Mark in Mentone, California. Hey, Mark, what's on your mind today?
Thom, it is a tremendous honor to talk to you.
Well, thank you. Back at you, Mark. What's up?
I just had to talk to you. I came of age politically, like 1980 was the first presidential election I remembered. I was in junior high and kind of got caught up in the whole Reagan thing. And then when I grew up, graduated college, basically became an active Republican, pretty much low level, worked in the California legislature, trade associations, that sort of thing, including I was on the board of the California Republican Party for a time.
Wow.
I guess the high water mark was I was selected to be a Bush presidential elector in 2000 from California, which, of course, he was never going to win California, but that's as close as it got for me.
Sure. That's great.
My career kind of fell apart in 2003, and took a long time, but, I kind of noticed that the people that I kind of associated with on the Republican side, they would have sympathy. I couldn't find any sort of a career job, anything like that. But there was always kind of this, I guess you could call it the Ayn Rand effect, where basically you get what you deserve. So if if you can't find a job, if you're broke, it's because of your character. So
yeah, I call it the I got mine, screw you syndrome.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So spent about 10 years bouncing around, and my politics. I pretty much stayed Republican, voted that way. Did vote for Mitt Romney, who will now be the last Republican probably I ever vote for president. But then I did start finding things like on YouTube, Young Turks, and then I finally kind of came across some of your stuff, and I just have to say I really appreciate the way that you bring stuff across, the depth, the level of depth that you go into issues, and the I guess you could say the life experience that you bring. Something about it just kind of communicated to me kind of where I should be going. I can't call myself a full-blown progressive yet. I'll probably get there. I'm technically still a registered Republican, and maybe that's because I'm a union member, and I'm visiting California, but I actually live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I belong to the SEIU there because I'm a county employee, and Republicans took over the legislature in 2014. So maybe in the back of my mind, I think there's some utility in being a registered Republican.
Yeah, there may well be. And actually, the Republican Party used to be the home of the progressives, Teddy Roosevelt.
Right. But you know what? Hopefully it'll be a moot point. Hopefully the Democrats take the legislature back, because the Republicans won a few seats that had no business voting Republican just because of the low turnout.
Yeah.
2 years ago. But
I'm curious, Mark, what are and thank you for the kind words and the acknowledgement. What are the issues specifically that turned your head?
I think the big one for me is really kind of the whole the issue of inequality, and the way that neoliberalism, Reaganism, whatever name you want to give to it, basically shifts government policy from being focused on the general good to everything exists to make the rich richer and screw the rest of us.
Right. Yeah. It's certainly how it's worked out the last 40 years.
Right.
Yeah. Remarkable stuff. Well, Mark, I
hope to meet you someday. I would love to. If you're ever in Vegas, I'd love to. Or if I'm ever somewhere where you're at, I would just love to shake your hand.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you for your kind words, and it's great to hear from you. And if I am, I'll mention it on the air, and it would be nice to meet you. Mark, thank you for the call, and I wish you well, and keep us up to date on how everything's going, all right?
Thank you, Thom.
Thank you, Mark. Good talking with you.